There are so many articles now about how people don't know how to act anymore, right? And they're always about like movie theaters and concerts. Like people don't know how to act at concerts anymore. Nobody knows how to act. We all forgot how to do stuff since the pandemic. We didn't forget. The rules are different now. Do you understand? Like the rules are different. Like before the pandemic, there used to be people who would wear shirts that said Carpe Diem. That's Latin for seize the day. There are people who'd be like, dance like nobody's watching. Now we dance like we don't give a fuck because we could all die any minute. That's what happened to multiple generations of people lived through this fucking pandemic and so many fucking horrifying things for the last few years that we are now starting as a people to understand for probably the first time in a very long time that life is very finite and that could be the end of it. We would always joke about being hit by a bus, but suddenly when we couldn't hug our grandparents anymore, like that changed people. So when you have people acting a fool at a concert, what are you going to tell them? What you going to tell them? You might get kicked out and they won't refund your ticket. Oh, okay. Okay. You might get written up at your job. Okay. Am I going to die? No. I'm going to do it. That's what's happening to a lot of people right now, mentally. I mean, shit, I remember on January 6th, I was working at my job that I had worked from home for 6 months, but my boss decided we needed to start doing it in the office again. So on January 6th, I was sitting in my cubicle, and my boss was in his office, and I straight up was watching the insurrection via live stream. And around, I think it was like 2:30, 3 o'clock, when the QAnon shaman was standing in the middle of the Senate chamber, holding a spear over his head, screaming, "This is ours," or 1776 or some shit. I picked up my phone, I walked into his office, and I showed that shit to my boss on my phone, and all I said was, "They've taken the Senate. I'm going home." I just left. And I was like, he said, "When are you going to come back?" I was like, "I don't know. If we still have a country in the morning, maybe I'll show back up." And he didn't stop me. Like, that's the thing. This man and I were having knockdown, drag-out fights about work from home. I had to have a reason to be able to work from home, even though, again, everything was fine. But the second I was just like, "It's fucked, I'm leaving," he was like, "Yeah, I can't really." And that's kind of how we've all been for years now. It's coming on years now of all of us with the psychic damage that we've done. It's going to be decades before you can tell somebody, "Hey man, you can't do that in here." What are you going to do? You're going to kill me or put me in jail? No, we'll kick you out. "Oh, I'm sorry. I'll stop."